Hey everyone, welcome to my home and more specifically to my garage. I was out here starting to clean up and I realized that as I'm grabbing tools that I want to discuss with you about 5 tools that I think everyone needs. You see me out here constantly using the saw, I have jigsaws, I have a power drill and electric screwdriver. All of mine are not high quality, there's nicer quality tools, but these just work for me. I'm more of a hobbyist, I'm more of a doing things for me, for my house. I sell a few things here and there. But in the process, I thought, hey, let's discuss 5 things, even if you're not a hobbyist, you're not a woodworker, that you need for your house. You're gonna be really surprised. So let's kick into it. Of these 5 tools, I have really recommended these to my own children. These are tools that I've had all my life, used them way before I got into woodworking, and I think you're gonna really be surprised how much you can use them. First of all, I want to talk about a flathead and Phillips head screwdriver. Now these are my pink ones because I find people really don't want to steal my tools when they're pink. For the obvious reasons, you can see that this is a Phillips head. It has a star shape, I like to call it, top to it. And then you have, of course, the obvious flathead because it's flat. And you're gonna find that I almost said that all screws are either Phillips head or flathead, but they have now come out with all these star shapes and they do have screws and tips that fit that. For the basic projects for around your house, flathead and Phillips head, that is what you're going to need. Come in different lengths, different sizes, different colors. Price range is probably around $10. You can probably get a set for about 10. Sometimes you can get one per 10. What you're going to be looking for in this is going to be not just color. I got this because it was fun. I do have one that's a yellow and blue. And this is a Stanley. They're pretty inexpensive and still great quality. Had this one for too many years to even think about. But what you're going to look for, most of them come with a hard case and that's fine. I kind of prefer a little bit of rubber. You're gonna be gripping, you're gonna be doing things, and you don't want a slick slide where this one has more of a slick, if I'm holding it, my hand will do this. This one, not so much, because it's got the grooves, I should say, a little bit of rubber, easy to grip, easy to control, and that's really what you want. The next thing that you're going to be looking for is a magnetic tip. The importance with a magnetic tip is when I start to put my screw in the wall, I don't want to sit here and hold it, and then it's going to take 2 hands. I can do it with 1 hand. This is a magnetic tip. Got this off of Amazon with a set. It was about $20. Now, this one is not a magnetic tip. I have to balance it. There it went. Magnetic tip. I can do anything. You want a magnetic tip. It comes in extremely handy. You see me do a lot with the power drills, the electric drill. And this is one of those star bits that I was talking about that they've come out with. Don't worry about that. Flathead and Phillips head, unless you're going into more of a woodworking field or mechanic or something like that, don't worry about it. These are also expensive. These are gonna run you $60. This is a cheap version, $60. That's the reason I'm saying go old fashioned, mechanical, even magnetic. I got a set of these for 20 bucks. This is a flathead. God, I've had this screwdriver forever. It's set, I've even lost pieces to it. But see where it would hold the piece to it? And I could easily swap it out. And they make these still. I just don't know where. I haven't really found one. You can change it out. It's still manual. But this is magnetic tip. It holds it in there. If you find something like this, go for it. It's awesome. I mean, little carrier. And I'll show you a few pictures here of where I got these tools and a couple of ideas of what you'd like. The second item that I want to talk about that you really need is going to be a hammer, a claw hammer. Not a, I think they're called a ping, I've always called them a ping pong. I think they're a bean bong, I don't know. There's all kinds of hammers. You want a claw hammer, very basic, $4 or $5. You'll see a picture here. Very generic. I think I got this at Walmart, again, too many moons ago to think. probably paid about $5. They're still not expensive. This one has a wood handle. They come with more rubber handles. It really does not matter. Again, this is a 7 ounce. I think I saw an 8 ounce. Should show a picture. Hammer claw, very easy. And this is going to come in handy because you're going to be taking screws, especially for hanging pictures. You're going to be, you know, putting the screw in the wall, so then you can take your screwdriver, screw it in. That's how that's going to work. So a hammer comes in a lot of places, a lot of handy things. Sealing cans, if you're doing a lot of paint. When I go to close my paint can, I'm using a hammer. I use a hammer for a lot of things around the house. So go ahead and get you one of these. Again, not very expensive. You can get them for about $5. The third item that I want to talk to you about that I really think you need to have is going to be a measuring tape. This one is 25 foot, does not have to be 25 foot. I actually have one that's probably about 6 foot, and that's fine. What I do suggest, turn this around, is that you get one with all the 1/8, the 3/4, etc. I personally couldn't tell you what's what. I love this. Used to do 4.5 inches and 3 lines. But with this, then I can actually say it's 3/8, it's 1 1/4. I really know more of what I'm looking for. So women, there's a little cheat for you. Measuring tape is going to come in handy because you're going to be measuring rooms. You're going to be measuring distance to hang your pictures, how from the top, from the sides, where on your picture frame. You will become a measuring crazy lady when you get a measuring tape. These are not very expensive. Again, depending on what size you get, I would say less than $15. The 25 foot is probably going to run you closer to $15. The 8 foot I think I got was like $4 or $5. It was a keychain. I love it. It's fun for just measuring quick things in the house. Will my furniture fit here? How much space do I need? Ooh, I want a new couch. How long is my wall that my couch needs to fit on? Those things. You know, how long is this couch? I couldn't tell you. I take my measuring tape with me to the store. Like I said, I have a smaller one. I keep it in my purse. My daughter has one because she's going, Mom, you forgot your measuring tape, because I pulled it out and used it at the house. My son's constantly grabbing it. What size is the wall? What size is this? And we need to know, so we just grab a measuring tape. Very handy, very quick and easy. The fourth thing that I want to talk about that you really need, in my opinion, is going to be a leveler. See the little bubbles going to move? When you're hanging a picture or you're leveling out a sink or whatever you're doing with, I'm assuming probably more than a picture at this point, you're going to want it level. You're not going to say, ooh, well, it looks level. Well, now you're going to know if it's level or not. Now, mine actually has a, that's not magnetic. My level is magnetic, but nothing else is. Okay, well, I can't find anything metal. That is, if you can get one with a magnetic strip, you'd be surprised how handy that comes into. Can't think of anything right offhand. Maybe you have a metal picture frame and you don't have to hold it while you're trying to level out. You can use your 2 hands on the frame. This sticks with it. It comes in handy. I think this is probably $5 to $10, probably closer to the $5 mark. Not very expensive. I got this one at Lowe's not very long ago. But if you can get it with the magnetic strip, I highly recommend it. It's just an added bonus with no extra cost. So just tip number 5 is a leveler. The 5th item that I want to talk to you about is an adjustable wrench. And you can see that it's wide right here. And then when I adjust it, it closes all the way. I had to use one of these just recently. Where'd my screw go? I was hanging a curtain rod for my daughter. Got a screw in there. Stripped the head out with my electric drill, my electric screwdriver. And this was no longer a plus and minus Phillips head. So my screwdriver, it was just sitting there just turning. It wasn't connecting, it wasn't being able to pull it. I was able to take my adjustable wrench, connect with it, and turn it. There's many times that you're going to need these to either put something in, take something out if it's been stripped. These come in extremely handy. If it's a bigger, like I said, you can adjust the size to make the hole bigger that you can grab the larger size. So this is going to be one of those things that you don't use that often. That's the reason it's number 5. It's not something you're going to need a lot of. That's the reason it's number 5. But I do find I still use it. It still comes in handy. Again, not very expensive, probably $7 to $8, 10-ish. I'll send a picture, show you what I'm looking for, but it's an adjustable wrench, and it comes in handy on the odd occasions. There's also this, it's called the needle nose pliers, but it's more of a blunt tip. It looks a lot like the adjustable, but the problem is the difference I should say, is that this is going to get larger. The grips are going to look a lot the same, if I can show you that. They both have the grooves, they both have the, clamps, but this one is going to be bigger. This one only stays a certain size. So that's where I recommend the adjustable wrench, vice, this is hard to do backwards, vice the needle nose pliers. The needle nose pliers would probably be my number 6 item to go get. Flathead Phillips head screwdriver, good grip, comfortable, magnetic tip. Yeah. Hammer, 8 ounce, not expensive. You want the claw because you're probably going to have to pull some things out. Comes in handy. Measuring tape. Leveler. And last but not least, an adjustable wrench. Thank you for joining me in my home and learning about 5 tools that I think that you really need. They're great, just create you a small toolbox, put them in your bedroom, your kitchen area, or maybe even create a small one and slide into your kitchen drawers. They just fit anywhere and everywhere. And you're really going to have a good time using them for tightening cabinet drawers or lights, whatever. You're going to be surprised at how much you really use these. So thank you for joining me in my home. Hope to see you again next time. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you then.